or excuse me, Hopkins Lake in Oahu, Hopkins Lake, Michigan. I'm on the east side, excuse me. The dog park's on the other side, I'm on the boat launch side. So if anyone shows up, boat launch side. I'm going into the woods. There's a few things right away that I want to show people. Get my pack ready. To the right side, just from the pavilion, is a dark cherry tree. I'm a little worried that if someone shows up, they'll go to the other side of the park. It's not the dog park side, it's the boat launch side. It's a pretty lake. It's not clean enough to fish or swim in, though people do. I've been talking to people for years about cleaning it up. It's not dirty on the other side of the swamp, or not as dirty. So there is a way to control the contamination. Just entering Hopkins Lake Park. Right when you get in here, you'll be able to notice some mushrooms growing. This is just after the entrance for the walkway on the boat launch side, not the dog park side. This one down here looks like it's going to be the best if you were going to harvest. The rest of them are a little grown out. Hello. How are you guys today? This is occasionally open. I don't think it's for public driving. Just a warning. I think it's for utility only. And we already see burdock. I'm kind of going to cut through the trails back here. I don't usually follow them. I walk right through them. And there is a morel spot in Hopkins that I want to check, even though it's a little late. Mother's Day was the peak. Hello. I'm at Hopkins Lake in Owasso, Michigan, going through some of the edibles that are growing here. There's that dead nettle that I did a video of. Right near the sign for the Eagles Trail South Loop. She's got those 5 pink flowers, purple top, And it's a square stem. The color's gone by. I'm sorry about the chewing. I'm trying a gum to replace my cigarette habit. So about halfway down this lane, on the left side, you're going to see a bunch of what I believe to be a type of mole plant. I'll have to put a name in the description later, because she's still pretty new to me. One of my favorites would be coming out, and that's the oyster mushroom. It's over in Rosevere, and I found it in abundance, but it'd be nice to find a fresh sample. Here's more of that mole plant. Behind this is a bunch of dead elm, and they like dead elm. So we're looking for late morels, oysters. There might be some crown tip coral coming out. And keep walking. Just past that are May apples. So there's our dead elm. We're a little ways from the entrance. Maybe adjust here. So this is a prime spot for late morels, pheasantback, and that dead nettle is in abundance. It's everywhere. It is. I'll just eat them if it's raining, because then they're clean. Someone else had the idea for morels, because it looks like they walked in it a bit. Can you see where they pushed it down? If you find any if you find any fungi growing at Hopkins on Saturday, bring it to the boat launch side, and I will have my books with me, or at least a few of them, and I will get you in the right direction for identifying it. And you'll get familiar with the Audubon, the field guides, see if you want to purchase one, and educate yourself on what foods there are to forage. It's on and off raining today. A lot of mushroom hunting has to happen in the rain, so you get used to whatever weather she throws at you. So if you get a chance and you're down this lane near those mayaples, especially next year on Mother's Day, you'll want to check around there for morels if you're interested. There we go. There's some more of it. You can see it. She's a little light for my type or my taste. I usually like them dark. We're going to walk right around here. On the other side of this hill is a very good bolay spot in the next couple months. I'm working on making a map of the mushrooms that grow out here, so you have a general guide on places to check and a good start for mushroom hunting. This is what we want to see. All that light wood. There's another mushroom coming out. That crown tip coral that I mentioned tastes very similar to a morel. So if you like the flavor of morels and you wait all year for them, you don't need to. There's a abundant amount of mushrooms that grow out here in Michigan. We have a high tree diversity, so we get more growth than some places. Like I was saying, on the other side of this hill, so there's the main trail. You walk down it, find those mayaples. You can walk my path that I go around. For whatever reason, they seem to do that ski golf, I think it is, just about in every place that I had mushroom spots. Pretty good at picking them. They should try mushroom hunting. On the other side of the hill is the bolay spot. On the top of the hill is the chanterelle spot. So Hopkins Lake is a great spot for chanterelles when the season hits. I found rhododotus, if I'm saying it right out here. Gosh, she stunk. I am primarily self-educated, so I pronounce nearly everything wrong. Feel free to correct me if I if I pronounce something wrong or if I make an error. I usually, I have my rule of 9, and I have other methods for checking. Go on here. There's another path. See, just about every mushroom spot, if you look close enough, you can find their paths. Now these fallen down trees, there's another use for them. They have very old rocks underneath them. So when they fall down, check underneath. Alright, we got some more growth over here. We're right in between two seasons, it seems like. The morels will come out, and then there's about maybe a week or two gap between them and the crown tip coral. Here we go. You see it? Really hard right now. These are small, but they're light, so they're kind of old. We had a dry spell, and I'm looking for nubs that come out when I want that pheasant back. Let's see, there's another sample. Walking around again. Ooh, I see a big one. So we're near 6 on the ski golf. Or disc golf, not ski golf, sorry. I probably irritated someone. Disc golf. These are still a little old. Now that looks like a good spot, but it's hard to get to. This is basically what the walk entails, just walking around the woods, getting familiar with basic edibles, things that are found in your yard that are kind of common household greens. There's some more. This stuff looks a little darker. So we'll probably harvest some of this. Yeah, there's one of those nubs. So when she comes out and she's really good, it's a little tiny nub like this. I just peel it off. Smell like cucumber. And that's pheasant back. Here's a bigger sample of it. I would have to only use probably like this much of it. I use all of it when I use this. I see any more of those nubs. I'll get those. This one's a little on the older side, but he's still fresh, so I'll at least get half of him when I cut him up. This part will be too rough and thick and woody. But he's dark, he's turned down, and he smells like cucumber. I made the mistake of using a Velcro bag today. It's not very good. Usually you want a basket when you're in the woods. If you're like me, you have to walk off winter weight. I'm in the process of it. Mushrooms will help you lose all that winter weight. They're great for your metabolism. So that's a foxhole, I think. Maybe not. Let's see. Try not to disturb it. Yep. Sure looks like a little foxhole. He'll have an entrance and an exit. He might have some emergency outs. It's got a nice little spot for it. There's more elm down here. There's mayaples over there. So this is a spot I wanted to check for morels. See the elms. Alright, I'm going to walk through these a little bit, but underneath, see if we see anything. It'd be handy to have your phone when you're doing that. Checking under the mayaples. I'm actually surprised I'm not finding more mica caps. They're another one that's out right now. There's not a lot to them. They're easily overcooked. Some Some people really like them. This has been heavily hunted. All those tracks. Deer scat, really fresh, so we might see her. Right now we're just looking for the morels that were missed. They're not really, from what I understand, they're not popping out anymore. And I'm looking for crown tip coral. I like that. It's a really good mushroom. And it's very good for blood sugar. Oh, what I think is Jack in the pulpit. He's young. Oh, a halo rock. So a halo rock, from what I've been told, is where one of these crystal lines goes all the way around it. It's a halo rock out at Hopkins. Quite a few of them. This is a good place to look for fossils if you're into that. You just have to look at these trees, look for a really old one and see when it's turned down, when it falls down. I'll try to find one and show you what I mean. I find the best little fossils, rocks with gems in them, stuff like that. So I walked down the main path. There's a little path to the side. Walk through. Oh, I see something over there. You see that? Way off in the distance. This would be a nice time to find chicken. Excuse me. Sulfur shelf is a really tasty polypore, and you can spot it from far away. It's usually out in the fall, but oddly enough, I found there's a few variants of it. I found the ground rooting one pretty early before out here. She's got a pink underside, and she's, I don't know how to describe what the look is. It's more melted than the other, I guess, growing upward. It's very cavernous looking. If you ever seen stalagmites, looks like a stalagmite growing out of the ground with shelves to it. got some little wildflowers. They're not spring beauties, so I'm gonna have to research these little guys. I will do a video on how I get a unknown plant and the starting of how I break it down. Autobahns usually explain at the beginning of them how to use them. It's a little daunting if you're without any type of instructor, but once you get the shadows of plants, you start learning how they grow. You can classify them a lot easier. I'm going to go where I was finding crown-tipped coral and do a quick walkthrough instead of just combing out here. I do want to check some of these logs to the south side. There's one. Alright, so when you're out here rock hunting and you're not finding fungus or fungi, you want to take a break. You can do it. You're one of these old fallen down trees. Oh, look, Indian paper. There might be one in there that I see. Still looking around for mushrooms. I find my best specimens when I look for other things. Where did that go? Let's see. Yep. She's pretty solid. She's not a fossil, but that's about how you'd find them. With these big trees that are falling down, check the root system, feel around for it. Fossils like to hide under fallen down trees. Pretty solid. And mushrooms like here too. From what I've read, natives would take this Indian paper and smash it down and make a paper substance out of it. Yep, there we got a fossil. So these fallen down trees, good spot for fossils if you're out near a rock hunter. We got some growth over there. little silkworm. But with proper field guides, you can educate yourself on enough food to get you through a depression. So that's been my main goal. It's a little wet. I don't know if it's my sinuses or what. I have trouble remembering my Latin names. Alright, I'm going to scope the far back. If I find anything interesting, I'll start a video again.